I was 21 when I had him, but I was 20 the entire time I was pregnant up until like the last month or two. It was an interesting process because he definitely wasn't planned. So it was a lot of, I mean, I accepted it pretty quickly, but it was a lot of having the people around me accept it too. Because I don't necessarily come from a family that like having a baby out of wedlock is like the best. It's just, yeah. No, I don't. I mean, we all have, like, pretty much any relationship you'll have, like, even if it's a friend or, like, in an actual relationship, we still have those moments where we kind of, like, butt heads and, like, have different opinions, or I feel a certain way and he doesn't, or, like I also am a very emotional person, so I have big feelings, and I will let you know those big feelings. So we do have, like, rough moments, but I don't dislike him. A lot of the people that I know, when like they're co-parenting with someone, they're kind of like, oh yeah, screw that guy. I don't even like him. I want nothing to do with him. He's awful. But Malachi and I are like, we're still best friends. We're just two people that thought we'd end up together and didn't. When he goes to school, the schedule itself will change. I mean, there might be a time where he wants to live with dad instead of mom, or maybe he decides he doesn't want to go to dad's house anymore, or like something like that. Like taking he'll be able to give me his opinions on how co-parenting is working, and then, of course, eventually, if Malachi gets a significant other, like co-parenting with them too. So it'll be 4 co-parents instead of 3. Right now it's interesting, especially because I am married to a woman. So it's like he was like, oh, do I have like 2 moms? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, and also a daddy? And I said, yeah. And but he doesn't like really get it. It's not going to be any different for him when he gets older, because that's like, I mean, she's been in his life, even like when we were just friends, in his life since he was like 1. So she's been around for a while. So it won't be different for him really, because it'll be something he's always known. But yeah.
Do you wish you spent more time with Kyle?
Yes, I do. It's really hard, especially working as a teacher in the SPED department. It's a very mentally taxing job, and physically too. And I feel like at the end of the day, I'm just like absolutely exhausted, and I come home and he's here and he just wants to play, but I'm just so tired. So I try and do fun things that we can do, like, that aren't too high energy, but I do feel like I do wish I spent more time with him, especially when he was little, because he spent a lot of time, still kind of spends a lot of time with my mom, who was my child, or is my child care, and they're like really close, and so he's super attached to her, and like doesn't want to leave her house sometimes, and it doesn't feel good when that happens, but I do wish I would have spent more time with him. We have gotten together for like dinners, or like even just like had somebody watch Kylan, and we get together and like really sit down and say like, okay, so this is what we don't like about the situation that's going on right now, and this is what we need to fix. Like when I felt like I wasn't getting much help financially, and that we sat down and I was like, look, I am gonna need some help paying for the stuff that he needs. The sub salary is not real great. So being able to communicate like, okay, well, I feel like he needs more time with you. Here's the new schedule we're gonna do. Well, let's sit down and figure it out. And so we've been pretty good at communicating what we think is not working and what we think is working.